the cold stillness of his modern apartment, James sits alone, the glow of his laptop reflecting in his weary eyes. He swipes through endless faces, each profile a fleeting glimpse of a life unknown. Among the digital sea of faces, one profile stops him. Liza, a beautiful Filipina, with a smile that promises warmth. Her smile cuts through the sterile atmosphere of his apartment. In that moment, the cold room is filled with the promise of something more. The coffee shop buzzes with activity, the rich scent of roasted beans filling the air. James, Mark, and Sarah gather around a small table. With a hopeful glint in his eyes, James slides a photo across the table. "She's perfect. Filipino women know how to love. This is going to be easy," James says. Mark and Sarah exchange glances, a hint of skepticism in their eyes. Weeks later, sunlight bathes James's apartment as a new chapter unfolds. James sits at his desk, his face lit by the glow of the screen, a smile playing on his lips. On the screen, Liza's face radiates pure joy, her eyes sparkling with affection. Their laughter fills the room, a symphony of joy. Their eyes lock across the digital divide, a silent testament to their growing bond. Under the vast Philippine sky, James arrives, his anticipation tinged with trepidation. Amidst the bustling terminal, Liza waits, her shy smile a beacon of warmth. Their eyes lock, and in that instant, all distance vanishes. A tentative step, then another, as James closes the gap between them. In a tender embrace, unspoken words fill the air. Finally together, a new chapter begins under the Philippine Sunday. Inside the quiet church, James and Liza stand at the altar, bathed in soft light. James's face is etched with happiness, his earlier anxiety now replaced by a serene smile. Liza looks equally content, her eyes reflecting the solemnity and joy of the moment. The small, intimate ceremony proceeds, a testament to their quiet love. The air is thick with unspoken promises and hopes for the future. In this sacred space, their journey together begins anew, filled with peace and anticipation. In the softly lit apartment, James and Liza share a cozy space filled with unspoken warmth. Liza's voice softens as she broaches the subject. "James, my brother needs money for school. Just a little help?" James turns to her, his face soft with understanding. He nods gently, his eyes conveying trust and affection. With a simple affirmation, James responds, "Sure, why not? It's family." The room fills with a quiet sense of harmony and shared commitment. Weeks later, James sits at the kitchen table, his face etched with worry. Liza, full of life, ends a call with an affectionate farewell. "Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you." She turns her attention to James, a serious question hanging in the air. "James, can I talk to you for a sec?" Liza's voice softens as she reveals her concern. "It's about my cousin. Her medical bills are piling up." A plea laced with hope. "Is there any way we could help her out?" Months later, James's apartment is transformed into a bustling hub of Liza's relatives, the air buzzing with Tagalog and the savory scents of Filipino cuisine. Amidst the lively gathering, James feels a pang of isolation. "I feel like a stranger in my own home," Liza responds, her voice laced with gentle reassurance. "But James, this is normal." She emphasizes the importance of kinship. Family is everything in the Philippines. Under the dim lights, James and Liza sit in strained silence. The remains of their meal are a stark reminder of the chasm between them. James explodes. "It never ends, Liza. There's always someone who needs money." Liza retorts, "You don't understand our culture, James." The restaurant fades into background noise as they stare at each other, the distance between them growing. Under the dim light, James sits hunched at his desk, the looming stack of bills casting ominous shadows. His bloodshot eyes reflect the exhaustion of countless sleepless nights, each figure on the page a stark reminder of his crushing burden. A deep furrow etches itself between his brows, a physical manifestation of the mental turmoil he endures. The weight of the world presses down on James's weary frame, his posture mirroring the immense pressure he feels. In a moment of raw vulnerability, James whispers, "I didn't marry a wife. I married an entire family." His voice laced with despair. He laments, "And it's destroying me." Bathed in the harsh morning light, James and Liza stand as effigies of anger, their bodies coiled tight. James's face hardens as he lays down the gauntlet. "I can't do this anymore, Liza. I can't support your entire family." Liza's eyes flash with betrayal as she throws back his broken promise. "You promised to take care of us. The sunlight turns to a mocking spotlight, illuminating the dust dancing in the air, each mote a tiny testament to their crumbling vows. The weight of unspoken resentments hangs heavy, each word a stone dragging them further into the abyss of their failing marriage. In the suffocating silence, the apartment feels less like a home and more like a battleground, where love lies defeated. The apartment is a chaos of scattered boxes and strewn clothes, a stark backdrop to a love torn apart. Amidst the turmoil, James folds shirts with cold precision, each movement a painful echo of finality. Liza sits on the bed's edge, her tears a silent torrent of grief and despair. In a moment of shattering clarity, James speaks, his voice laced with regret. "I'm sorry, Liza, but I can't live like this." The weight of his words hangs heavy in the air, sealing their fate. Under the Philippine sun, James stands alone, a silhouette of regret etched against the bustling airport. His weary eyes search, but find only echoes of what might have been. A sigh, heavy with unspoken words, escapes his lips, lost in the airport's clamor. The weight of unfulfilled promises hangs heavy as he awaits his departure. Each passing moment etches deeper lines of sorrow upon his face, a map of roads not taken. As the boarding call echoes, James remains, a statue of regret against the backdrop of fleeting futures. James returns to his American apartment, the emptiness of the space echoing his solitude. The dim light casts long shadows, emphasizing the loneliness that envelops him. He collapses onto the couch, the silence of the room amplifying his sense of isolation. Lost in thought, James stares into the distance, his mind adrift in a sea of memories. The weight of unspoken words and unfulfilled dreams presses heavily upon him. In the heart of his own home, James is a stranger to comfort, a prisoner of his own thoughts. Sunlight fills the coffee shop, illuminating dust motes in the air as James sits, a weathered look on his face but with peace in his eyes. Mark and Sarah listen intently, their expressions a mix of curiosity and concern. Sarah is sitting with her head tilted slightly, her gaze fixed on James. James leans forward, his voice soft but firm. "I thought I had found an easy way to happiness, but I was wrong." He continues, "Marriage is never easy, and you have to respect the culture you're marrying into." In the dim glow of his computer screen, James sits engrossed, fingers flying across the keyboard. He types the final words, a sense of completion washing over him. A satisfied sigh escapes his lips as he leans back, the weight of the story lifting from his shoulders. In a moment of quiet reflection, James muses, "Love is real, but it is not simple." He continues, his voice tinged with the wisdom of experience, "And no marriage, anywhere, comes without its price." The screen reflects in his eyes, a silent testament to the stories he weaves.